All right, everybody. Happy New Year, first off. It is day one of 2024. And thank you guys for joining us for our first ever tier list. Today, we're going to talk about a series we've been doing for a long time. This one actually, I think, debuted in 2019. And I think about that time is when we started it. And as you guys know, we recently finished it. So we thought something fun to kind of be a conclusion as well as a fun introductory episode of 2024 would be a tier list. And so today we're going to talk about the entirety of Project Blue Book Season 1. And we're going to rank them on this tier list. Now, we don't have an F category just because we didn't think any episode was that bad. So what we're going to have is your normal tier list S, which is mean best of the best. We'll have an A, a B, as well as a C and a D. And we're going to be going over all 10 episodes. And if you guys are watching us while we are live, make sure to comment and let us know where you guys think it should go in an episode, and we will make sure to put it where it is. But I can't hear myself. Can you guys hear me good? Sam. Everyone's like muted.
What?
I said, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
No, not really. For me, you were very quiet.
You're loud and clear, like regular. Both of you are regular on my end.
Okay. Maybe I will mute this real quick. You guys introduce yourselves real quick while I just audio check mine.
Hi, I'm Matt, host of Spirits of the Silver Screen, as well as History of the Silver Screen. So, looking forward to going into this deep dive with everyone.
Yeah, and mine sounds good on my end. I just checked the live stream on YouTube. So, my name's Keegan, as usual, host of Architectural Adventures and Fossil Frenzy, two series I hope to be getting back into here soon. Maybe.
What'd you say?
Me and Matt both introduced ourselves.
Say that one more time.
Both Matt and I introduced ourselves. Are you sure it's not your headphones? Because I just listened to it on YouTube, and me and Matt were both crystal clear.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never used this site before, so. I'm Sam from Weekly Abductions.
All right, so I'm going to do a screen share, so I won't be able to see you guys until we're done with this. But we are going to pop up the tier list, and then we are going to run through each episode, and then we're going to see which ones get the top spot. So let's jump over to that one real quick. All right, so here is our tier list. And as you can see, we got all 10 episodes up here. Obviously, starting with the Fuller Dogfight. Then we'll have the Flatwoods Monster, the Lubbock Lights, Operation Paperclip, Foo Fighters, the Green Fireballs, the Scoutmaster, War Games, Abduction, and the Washington, D.C. Merry-Go-Round. So, kind of off the bat, Matt, we'll start with you. Any episode that you think should be ranked the lowest of these 10? I know it's really kind of a hard one to pick.
Good. I don't know. That's a difficult one because they were all pretty good. I think it was the 4th episode.
With Paperclip? This one?
That one would probably be on my low end.
Okay. Sam, what about you? What episode do you think would be your lowest rated one?
I would have to probably say the Scoutmaster one.
Scoutmaster.
Hmm.
And I think you guys know which one I would, and that was Abduction. So, kind of going back to you, Matt, which one do you think would be the highest rated? Uh-oh, I think Matt fell off. Sam, what is your highest rated?
The Washington Wheel of Lights.
Yeah, for me, I think looking at all the episodes again, that would be my number one as well. Guess we're waiting. Let's see. Crap. I gotta go back over real quick. All right, Matt, you back in? Says he's back in.
All right, I'm here now.
Okay. So, what is your highest rated one out of these 10, do you think?
I like the episode where they were in that like military town, like it was the abandoned town. Was it the one with the
The green
polar light?
fireballs?
Great
These ones?
fireballs? Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, okay, interesting. So, we all had different low ranked ones, and me and Sam had the same high ranked one. So, this should be interesting. All right. So, let's get started. Episode 1, The Fuller Dogfight. Now, kind of looking back at this one, we all gave it 7 ratings. So, Matt, we'll start with you. If you were to rank this one D, C, B, A, or S, where do you think you'd put it right now?
Right now,
Yeah,
that one would probably be in my C range.
C.
Yeah.
Okay. Sam, how do you feel about that ranking? Do you think it's a little low for where you'd rank it, or how do you think that one should go?
I would say it's low.
It's low. What do you think deserves to move it up the list a little bit?
Wait, what?
What do you like? Why do you think it should be higher on the list?
Because it was kind of like the start of it, and it kind of introduced like the two main characters, plus like a slight part of what was happening behind the scenes of the government official stuff. They're like
Yeah.
the it kind of gave a blips into like keeping it under wraps and like hiding it, hiding sightings. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. No, the Fuller dogfight does kind of pan out as far as the storyline. It does tie into some later episodes. Being episode 1, it does do the introductions, obviously, of Dr. J. Allen Hynek, where we see him in a school. We do meet Captain Quinn, Susie Miller, and kind of just go down this realm. We do see, obviously, in the picture that we use for our thumbnail, you see where the UFO might have hit it. This one, Captain Quinn, pretty on board that it was just that weather balloon, though. So, Sam, if you were ranking this, where would you put it?
I would put it at A.
A. All right. So, since one gave a C, one gave an A, why don't we move it up to B? Meet
That
in the
works.
middle.
I was just doing the math. Like a 7 out of 10 would be 70%, so that would be a C in the
Right.
world of grades.
Yeah, and I'm okay with a B. It's a good introductory episode, um, but it's not my favorite of these, but it is still pretty good. So for me, I think definitely upper tier of B. For me, for sure. So I'm cool with that. That's fine. Episode 2 is one of our favorites. Actually, it wasn't. I think as a collective, this was our lowest rated one for a while. Um, it's the Flatwoods Monster. And for me, like when we did our original review, I said maybe it's because I knew more about this one, or I just wasn't as involved in it compared to the Fuller dogfight, which I didn't know as much. So it was all kind of new. So for me, if I was ranking the Flatwoods Monster, I would put it as a C. I don't think it's as good as the Fuller dogfight. I still think it's good. It's definitely not the worst of these. Um, Matt, where would you put it?
I think you're pretty accurate right there with a C on it. If I recall, um, and I might be getting some of my other episodes mixed up, but it was a lot to it because I think we'd already pre-watched something on the Flatwood Monsters
Hmm.
prior to this episode. So kind of similar to you having that prior knowledge of what really was going on behind that. Um, it's where it should be, I think, at a C.
Yeah, and it covers the story pretty well. Obviously, being an episode, it condenses what it has to. It can't be 100% accurate, but it does what it needs to do to move the plot along and tell the story. Obviously, there was more characters involved in the actual events, but you can't, in a short TV episode, you can't, bring them all up, introduce them, and pay it off. So I like it as a C. Sam, where would you put it?
I would put it as a B as well.
So a B. So two C's and a B. So for now, we'll keep it as a high C. I think as we go, maybe we'll see where we put the other ones, and then this might go up and down. This can change at any time. So I think it averages out kind of a high C. All right, so episode 3 was a fun one for us. We filmed it up near Matt's house at a park, actually, when we did our review, and it's about the Lubbock Lights taking place in Texas, and we sure had a lot to talk about. This was one of our first reviews to go over 15 minutes, and we were just pretty excited to talk about it. And it's a very intriguing case. If I was ranking it anywhere, I would put this one as a mid B. um, I like it. It has some good scenes. Obviously, it goes into more of what Blue Book is good at as far as the series is showing you what the official conclusions were in this one, Plovers, and then also showing you, well, those lights came by and like Quinn was in the car and it was rattling him. So, not Plovers, right? Matt, where would you rank it?
This one I'd probably put it close to a high A into that S category. I mean, it was pretty good. I enjoyed it very much.
Okay. Sam, what about you?
I would put an S.
Okay. So that would bring it up to at least an A. With your S and Matt A and my B, that would jump it up. All right. So far, how you guys liking where they are now? We got Lubbock Lights at an A, Fuller at a B, and Flatwoods as a C. Anyone feeling like an episode should be higher than another one yet, or pretty good?
Not quite yet. No, I think we're good where we're at.
Okay. See, this next one, Operation Paperclip, for me is one of my favorites of this series. It's not quite an come on, it's not quite a S tier for me, but it is definitely high A tier. Just the whole, I mean, they talk about Operation Paperclip, they talk about the space race, there's the UFOs involved. We see like the American little UFO that we've seen kind of black and white footage of. So I thought this one was super fascinating episode, and I gave it an A. Matt.
So I'm going to retract what I said earlier, and I do apologize because, like I said, I was having technical difficulties. I got my notes pulled up on my phone. 4 was one of the ones I liked. 5 was one of the ones that wasn't the best for me.
Okay.
But no, I thought it was kind of interesting with the ex-Nazi scientist that they pulled into it. This was the one in Alabama, right? I believe. Um, I'd put this one at A.
Okay. Sam, what about you?
I mean, I would do S, but majority of mine are going to be like S tiers. It would have been like all S's, and then I would put the other ones at A's if I was making the list. But I'm fine with how it is now. But I would definitely put an S because the craft that they showed kind of at the end was something that the US was doing with Canada way back in the day, kind of being trying to be secret about it, but then it was eventually released, and the craft kind of looked like that one. So it does talk about things that were happening behind the scenes, and we did pull scientists from the Germans to work on various different projects and hidden projects. And so I would definitely put it at an S.
Yeah. No, it's really good. It's one of my favorites. I think as we go through, it might move up. We'll see where the episodes fall. But it might sneak into the S one. I won't be surprised there. The next episode is Foo Fighters. On our thumbnail, obviously we got Mr. Dave Grohl as well as Andrew WK. Little Foo Fighters joke there for you if you guys know anything about that. They were named after what UFOs were called at one point, which is Foo Fighters. In this one, they are following those kind of weird clues to find the secret groups who witness these like UFOs kind of on command. And this is where they debunk it as the highway, if I remember. For me, I might put this one below Flatwoods in a C. Honestly, I like the Flatwoods a little bit more. Matt,
I just said a little bit ago, this was kind of my episode of the series where um, just it didn't get me too much into it. I would probably leave it right there to C as well.
okay, and then Sam, what about you?
I'm gonna go with C.
You're okay with a C?
Sure.
Well, if you want it, you got to tell us what you want. It can move around.
He said put them all on an S or an A.
Yeah. This one would be my A tier if I was doing it this way. This one I would C is fine, or B would have been fine too.
All right. Well, how about this? We'll move it up right below Dogfight.
Or you could have kept it at C. It's fine.
I mean, we'll see where they fall. The next one is one that Matt was talking about with the green fireballs. They're on this like military base. They, at least in this episode, find a purported spy, kind of snooping around on the base, and there are those green fireballs. And I think this is a good episode. I would probably put this one as an A. I would think. Matt, what about you?
Oh, you know me, bump that one up to the S. This was a good one. It was much needed after the Foo Fighter episode. Just again, a lot of information. Having that spy coming into the thing. It's just kind of a cool thing, especially with like the nuclear disaster and whatnot. So, yeah, no, just intriguing.
Okay. Let's see if I can have one.
I would agree with Matt with the S, or I would with an S tier on the green
Look
one.
at that. Well, with that, it bumps it right up to the S one. So we got our first S one, at least as of now, with the green fireballs, and it is a good episode, so I'm fine with that. Getting put up there. See, the next one is Sam's least favorite. It's episode 7, the Scoutmaster. This one being where there's purported alien bones found after a Scoutmaster was abducted, and he took pictures, and then it turns out it was a hoax. The skulls were Native American. They did practice kind of elongating their skulls, and then they were, this was found on a Native American burial ground, and it turned out that the picture Hynek deducted was just the moon. And I really enjoy this episode because out of all of them, outside of the Flatwoods, it flips you the most from thinking it was alien to nah, it's definitely not. And so for me, I would probably put this as high B personally. Matt?
I was kind of intrigued by this one. Like I said, you kind of bought into the what are the possibilities and everything, and to get that curveball at the end was just like, damn, it was a disappointment. You know,
Yeah.
I'd probably put this one in the B category
Okay.
in my books.
And then Sam, what about you?
I would have this one as an A in mine because even though it wasn't like super like one of my super favorites of the series, it definitely did show like the other side of people like faking it and trying to like get fame from it, get like a TV deal and like all sorts of other things, along with like some actual good history about Native American stuff. So it was still a really good episode, but like it wasn't like up with all like the S tiers as I would have them.
Okay. And then next one is War Games. This one we actually got to watch together at the Eagles Club as the night before we did our presentation. So it was fun. We got it on a little bit bigger screen and some surround sound. And of course, the patrons of the Eagles were, I'm sure, wondering what was going on in the back room. But this one is intriguing. I I don't know if I can put it in A. I would say probably behind Scoutmaster for me and B. Matt.
I'm good with a B as well.
Okay. And then Sam, what about you?
This one would be in my A, but I'm fine with the B and R list just because it has another like again it explains what some of the scientists were doing over here which was working on biohazardous material to use against our enemies essentially, or like whatever enemies we have, so like bio weapons. So it does show that like the government is willing to test it on civilians or even their own military just to see what the side effects would do.
Yeah, and wait till we get to season 2 for anyone that hasn't, because there's a couple really good episodes where they definitely go into the testing. There's the Skinwalker one for sure, which is going to be a good one. Let's see. Season 1, episode 9 was Abduction. I said this one's my least favorite, and even with the Flatwoods, I would still say that it's not a D by any means. It's still a good episode. Just to me, it felt the most disjointed. I think had they solely focused on the hostage situation, where Hynek and Quinn were taken hostage versus kind of every kind of 8 minutes they would go back to Mimi and Susie, which I know they got to say, but then it was only a couple minutes and then jump back, and it kind of just broke the tension. So that's why for me it was a C. Matt, what about you?
Similar reasons that you have, I would put it in the B category just because of the suspense behind the whole hostage thing, and what was found. Are we doing spoilers or not? But what was found in the guy's neck and everything.
Mhm.
But I agree. It just like as soon as it was like getting real tense and something was gonna happen, they cut to back to the ladies where they were doing it, and it's like, although that was adding a little bit of suspense too, because what's she doing? She's drugging her to get something out of her, whatnot.
Yeah.
It was two different suspenses at the same time, and it was too much like anxiety type thing.
Okay. And then Sam, what about you?
This one would be an S for me, just because of the object that they find and just that kind of whole trying to keep it secret type of thing, and people writing it off all the time, and you find foreign objects in there because sometimes through war you can find like metallic parts in someone's lodged in someone's bodies from explosions and such, but something to be like that round and like that kind of peculiar is kind of definitely different and out there. And it also goes into hypnosis, which through hypnosis people have recounted stories of abductions that they didn't remember because it was kind of taken, or their shock made it so that they couldn't think about it, but like through hypnosis they can like recall what they had forgotten. So that's why I would have it up there.
Okay. Well, I moved it up. It's the highest in the B now. Um, and looking at episode 10 and then looking and remember what Operation Paperclip was, I'm really having a hard time deciding maybe if Operation Paperclip wasn't my favorite. Um, but 10 for me would be an S. I thought it was a really good conclusion to season one. Just with the merry-go-round, the Men in Black, Fairchild, what happens to him, and then, where Hynek and Quinn were okay telling the truth, and then all of a sudden they were like, no. And then there is the port where Quinn engages with the UFOs. So for me, I think it's an S. Matt?
I agree. Now, this one was definitely a lot of added suspense, getting you geared up for season two, and it left on a high note. I was really impressed with it, and I'm excited, like I said, to jump into season two. Although we've already seen the first two episodes, but I'm definitely looking forward to getting more into it.
Right. Yeah, season two is good and it sets it up pretty good. At least gets you super hyped. So that's always what you want from a season finale. Sam, S tier for you as well. Oh, Sam, I can't hear you.
Definitely an S tier for me.
Okay. All right. So as of now, this is our tier list, but we're gonna go around, do some rearranging to make it in the order we think it should be. So we'll start with the bottom category. We only have one in C, being the Flatwoods Monster. Matt, do you think that deserves to be the lowest ranked one, or do you still think there's other ones that should go below it? Or should it go higher?
Wow. No, that one's, like I said, just because of prior knowledge to the Flatwood Monsters incident, just it didn't do much for me. That's just, like I said, personal opinion. I mean, nothing deserves to go below, that C category. I think we would have been safe deleting the D. But yeah, no, I feel it's right where it should be.
And Sam, do you think there's any else that should go in the C category, or any that are lower than at least the Flatwoods Monster in it?
Um, I mean, I would put Scoutmaster on or next or like behind Flatwoods. As far as like the episode, like I know your guys' theory on the aerial cover up, aerial phenomenon cover up of barn owls, but that episode did show like meteorites that did like act strangely, and they did also first give you first sight into the men in black who are hidden behind everything, kind of observing it the whole way through. So that's why I would put that one up higher and put it behind Scoutmaster. But as of this list, it's fine where it's at.
Well, let's go to the A category then. We have the merry-go-round, green fireballs, and I think Operation Paperclip needs to go up there. But just out of consensus, of these three, Matt, what is your favorite?
Um, Wow, that's a hard one. Between the very last one of the season and that paperclip episode, I still think the last one, season 10, the merry-go-round episode was my favorite.
Okay. Sam, what about you?
Yeah, season 10 would be number one on my list.
Okay. All right, so we'll keep episode 10 at number one. Now down to the other two, Out of Green Fireballs or Operation Paperclip. Matt, which one would you pick?
Oh, I make this decision. Green fireballs.
Okay. Sam, what about you?
Same green fireballs if it was out of those two.
Okay. All right,
Because I
so
would
then,
use lights between 10 and green fireballs technically in mine.
okay. Well, there we go. There's our S tier. We have Merry-Go-Round 1, Green Fireballs 2, Operation Paperclip 3. We only have one in A, and that is the Lubbock Lights. So right now, obviously, that's the top of A. Matt, do you want to give any words or any suggestions of the B category that maybe should go in the A one as well?
If any of them, I would probably say the abduction one. For me, just like I said, it was a lot of suspense, like excitement, but the only negative was they kept cutting scenes to the other storyline instead of trying to finish one up before you went to the next.
Okay. And then Sam, what about you? Any of those B category you think should be in A?
No, I think that one's fine as it is. Why did Paperclip go up to S out of curiosity?
Because it was high A, and then there was some S chatter, and then just looking at the other ones, I also got on the S board as well.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was confused why that one moved up.
All
No,
right.
but as far as the bees go, I think they're fine where they are. I wouldn't move any of them up.
Okay. All right. So then there's our A's. We have Lubbock Lights and Abduction. So Matt, out of those two, Lubbock Lights or Abduction, which one would you watch?
If you gave me the pick to watch them right now, I would probably go with Lubbock Lights.
Okay. Sam, what about you?
I would agree. Lubbock Lights.
Okay. So Lubbock Lights takes that 4 spot. Abduction takes 5. Matt gets to B. Matt, I know Sam said nothing should go up. Do you think any of these should go down though? Any to C possibly?
Um, if any of them, maybe the Foo Fighter one.
Foo Fighter back to C. High
Yeah,
C. Okay.
yeah, yeah. High C on that one.
Okay, so then out of those remaining 3, we got the Scoutmaster, War Games, and that Fuller dogfight. Which one would you watch first?
Probably the dogfight.
Dogfight. All right, so we got one vote for dogfight. Sam, what are you voting for out of those 3?
The dogfight. Can you guys hear yourself double? Because I guess the sound's going through my speakers.
No, I can't hear myself double.
Perfect. Well, then, dogfight would be the first one that I would watch.
All right, so dogfight. We'll get the what is that 6 spot? I'm good with that. Now, between Scoutmaster and War Games, back to back episodes, um, kind of similar in what was causing it, both caused by humans rather than aliens, but for very different reasons. One's for fame, one's for military, science, and weaponry. Matt, Scoutmaster or War Games, which one would you watch first?
War games.
War Games. And then, Sam, what about you?
I would agree with War Games.
Okay. Well, then look, our B tier is all set. We got Fuller Dogfight at top, War Games in the middle, and Scoutmaster and the rear. And then we'll go back to C. Matt, between Foo Fighters, Flatwoods, which one are you watching?
Probably the Flatwoods.
The Flatwood. All right, so we got one vote for Flatwoods. Sam, what about you?
It would be Flatwoods as well.
All right, look at that. At the end, Flatwoods was all by himself, but he finally he jumped up, got above one. So there you guys go. We did it. We watched every single episode of season 1, Project Blue Book. As you can tell by our thumbnails, it definitely took a while because look how much better the thumbnail design got. It went from like you can barely read the titles to okay, I can read what's going on. So right now in C, in 10th spot we have Foo Fighters. In 9th spot we got Flatwoods Monster. In B we got the Scoutmaster at number 8. In 7 we got War Games. In 6 the Fuller Dogfight. In 5 in A spot we got Abduction. In 4th spot in A as well we got the Lubbock Lights. And then in the S category, which there is quite a few, definitely well deserved. It'll be interesting when we do a series finale tier list because I think it'll shake it up a little bit. But for now, we have 3. In 3rd spot, we got Operation Paperclip. In 2nd, the Green Fireballs. And in number 1, the Washington Merry-Go-Round. Matt, any final thoughts on this tier list?
No, it was kind of fun to create. Like I said, a great series. Really hard to put them in true rankings, but I mean, we did our best. And like Sam said, just because it's a C doesn't mean it's like bad. It's just out of the first 10 that we've seen, all really good episodes, they just weren't the best of the best, but still really good.
Yeah, I agree. There's none that I would say were terrible. Um, there's some I definitely enjoyed a lot more, or definitely brought me in a lot more. But all are worth a watch. All have good acting. The one that got S did have that Truman actor, which I was not the biggest fan of. But besides that, all great acting. Hayden Gillen, Michael Malarkey, leading the series, just doing really, really well. Neil Madanu, um, he did really well as Harding. So I enjoy it. Season 2 gets better, I think. It's really good. It's a little bit more of a through storyline. Season 1 does have a couple through storylines that cross over through all the episodes, but for the most part, I still think you can watch almost each one outside of the finale um, by itself and not be totally lost because they do almost focus solely on whatever episode or whatever case they are studying, which I think is a big plus for the series. Sam, any final thoughts on this tier list?
Oh, yeah, they're definitely pretty good. I think Lubbock Lights deserves to be more in S, but that's just my opinion. Other than that, I think it's definitely really good. Like everyone said, they were all really good episodes. Like I said, I would have mostly all of them besides 3 of them in S. So there'd be like 7 S's, 3 A's, and that's how I would have put them. So that means that they're all really good episodes, and they're definitely have been. It was a journey. It's a good journey. You
It's
can
a
jump in there at any point and kind of know what's happening, but like the like hidden story behind that, you would be lost if you jumped in at random points because they kind of tells like a hidden story like behind each episode that you have to pay attention to. But if you're not a gamer, you'll be fine. If you're a gamer and want to know that hidden objective, you probably want to start from the beginning.
Yeah, as far as hidden agenda or hidden ideas sprinkled throughout, obviously we got Fuller, we got the Man in the Hat, who becomes the Men in Black, and a couple other things, you know. But yeah, question, Sam. You said it was quite a journey. Was it a better journey than the Chad Kalick journey we just went on?
You know, you don't like this guy very much, but you keep bringing him up, and I'm not sure if it's because you actually really enjoyed his movies, or or what it is. You have this weird obsession with Chad, but I mean,
It's the only
yes,
other journey we did this year.
it is better because it's like you more UFO kind of related stuff. Like Chad does talk about aliens in his, and like they supposedly caught one, but they didn't really disprove it, but they also didn't prove it at the same time.
Right.
So like that one is not sure how to view theirs because the whole time thing was also a weird thing as well with like the time skip that they did end up having, which does happen with um presences of extraterrestrials. So I don't know, but it was definitely a better journey than that. But that's two completely separate journeys.
Right. Well, here, I'll give you another one and compare. Heading into season 2, do you think season 2 gets better than season 1?
Well, going off the thing that we've only watched the first two episodes,
But Sam, we know we've talked about it in reviews.
yes, I know we did, but
We're hyping up the viewers.
no, I mean it definitely starts to escalate it a lot more, especially because of where they kind of what they're kind of trying to do since episode 10 of this one. Like the first one was kind of like the kind of showing them and they're like as a character, and then season 2 you just see how the character development has like greatly increased and them wanting to find out the different answer, like give the answers that the generals would like, but also find the different answers so that they know what's actually happening and trying to like get to the bottom of it. So yeah,
Well,
season 2 definitely escalates it a lot more and is pretty intense. And they get to visit some pretty crazy places.
some pretty
I'll
famous
leave it at
cases as well. Yeah, if you guys are on the channel, you at least know episodes 1 and 2 are Roswell. But I will tell you, they get to check out some even almost as famous, if not one, at least possibly more famous location.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, no, season 2 is really exciting. It brings in a certain historical character that I enjoy talking about. I won't spoil it. It's not Billy the Kid, though, so don't worry. That would be strange.
And they
Actually,
also
no.
go, yeah,
Go what?
like season 2, they go back to like one of the like first sighting stories.
Mhm. Well, and then they go to the future too. We won't tell. Yeah, I'm excited. Like I can't wait till we get into season 2. I know we're going to maybe take a smallish break from Blue Book and watch maybe a smaller series um, that's just only a few episodes long, and then get back into it. Kind of give our mind that reset, and so we can think about those ones more clearly, just based on season 2. But yeah, we'll hopefully you guys enjoyed this tier list. It's the first time we did it, so if we weren't the best, I apologize. I'm still learning. I've was training on it all day, but not perfect yet. And by the second one, we should be a lot better. And eventually we'll do one for season 2, and then a whole entirety of Project Blue Book, all 20 episodes ranked, which will be tough. This one was tough. I didn't expect all of them to go the way they did, but I'm pretty happy with the way they ended up. So, Matt, anything on the horizon? I know we are finally in 2024. Any series or anything new that you're looking to do?
Um, just getting back into a lot of it. Yeah, I mean, I know we got a lot of fun stuff planned. I'm getting ready for a trip to New Orleans here in February, which I think is going to be a lot of fun. And I want to check out some of this, some of the historicness behind New Orleans. I know there's a lot of paranormal type stuff there, so I'm very excited for it.
And it looks like Nick, one of our guests who's regularly on, especially on those deep dives, as well as Sam's cousin, uh,
Mhm.
has come. At least it's only Nick Miller I know, so I'm guessing that is who it is. If you're a different Nick Miller, I apologize for thinking you are. But Nick says, "I'm here, boys." Like, looks like a solid tier list. I'm stoked to watch this show. You should be, Nick. It's a great show,
It
and
is.
you will enjoy it. It's really fun.
It
I
is a
enjoy.
really sick show.
I've shown it to people that aren't UFO people or paranormal people, and they enjoyed it. So if
Hmm.
that's saying something, right?
No,
Has
they do it really well, and they bring up like I don't know. There's so many different things that like hit many different people that uh you'll find something for like most people in it, with also like learning some stuff as well. It's pretty cool.
looks like Matt's buddy from the sports chat's back on. No Bobby tonight to rage quit though.
I think he's got more issues with Sammy than he does Clark.
Oh, that's right. Hey, but
Rich,
tomorrow find out.
Tomorrow will be the big day, big sports day.
I mean, it will be. Tomorrow we are doing our sports chat live stream as well. Bobby should be pretty ecstatic. The Broncos did win, and he got the projection of them sitting Russ as well as the Cardinals beating the Eagles. Who would have thought, right?
no, we all called that rusting. I think I called that week one that the Broncos would set him eventually. He's
Right.
just not. He's not the right guy for the NFL.
Hmm.
But who knows? Maybe he'll end up in Atlanta and sign on.
Well, let's see. We are going into 2024. I know you talked a little bit about New Orleans and stuff. Is there any new series that we're talking about doing, Matt?
Yes, we are gonna check out the, or at least from all our viewers and recommendations online and our newspaper articles. We're gonna hit a lot of different burger restaurants in the state to kind of narrow down our top 10 or our most favorite or top 20. I mean, I love cheeseburgers, so it's going to be a fun episode to kind of do a deep dive on who in Colorado truly does have the best cheeseburger. Is it Bud's Bar in Sedalia? I don't know. We'll
Is
find
it
out,
my
you know?
brother's bar in Denver? Sam, you were
We'll
supposed to be
find
like,
out.
or I thought you were gonna be like, or is it that Whataburger in Albuquerque?
I mean, that's not in the state, so you know.
No, but it's just a running joke we have
Out.
anymore.
That's in New Mexico, Keegan. That's not
Right.
Colorado.
Well, and Sam, we're in 2024. Is there any alien stories, UFO stories that you're looking forward to covering this year in Colorado, in New Mexico, Wyoming, Kansas, anywhere?
Yeah, I have some that I want to talk about that involves like the police force, some that involve like an actual sighting over like a prison and such. So I do have a lot more, and then
Whoa,
talking more
whoa.
of some other stuff as well. So I do got big plans for it. Oh,
Alex,
Wild Blue.
Alex, I know you might just trying to get me to run into somebody, but hey, we'll still check it
Wild Blue
out.
Yonder. All right. Good. That's local,
That's
too.
local, super local.
Right. I know if Bob was on here, he would say Berghaus. So Though I don't know if they still.
House?
No, he would be all over Burger King.
That's going to be like our base. We're just going to go there. This is an F. I don't know what this was.
Well, I know your F is Whataburger. Too much mustard for you, right?
Oh man, at least the one that we had. You guys want in post production? Once this video is not live, I'll put a link. You can watch us taste testing and comparing Whataburger to In-N-Out, and it was dripping mustard at Whataburger. It was not good. Alex says, "I swear they have the best cheeseburger." All right, Alex, you're gonna have to join us for this episode, guest starring you. Where we
For
go
sure.
down.
I don't think I have had theirs because I went to Wild Blue before. I forget what I got there. It might have been. I forget what I got there. And they
Last
could've
time I
been-
went there, it was the cheese curds, man. You can't go wrong with the curds there.
I'm pretty sure that's what it was. I'm pretty sure
I might have even had the poutine, but no, I definitely am down for trying the cheeseburger there next time.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, looks like Alex is on board. We all gotta go dressed up though. We should just go into
Dressed up.
yeah, we're just full costume. All right, you're going as Goku, Sam.
Oh, sure.
Oh man, could you imagine us just walking in? They're like, "It's January," and we're like,
I mean,
"Get out,
in Castle Rock, I doubt anybody would really be surprised.
Nick." Yeah, all right. So we will have to bring Nick, which I know Sam, you know from both our restaurant stop as well as Spider-Man the Lotus.
Yep.
But yeah, hey Matt's pretty good with cheese curds, being where he's also from. So they're both from Minnesota. I mean, look, Matt's got a Minnesota baseball football jersey on right now.
Heck yeah,
Baseball,
man.
football.
We're in between the sports right now in Minnesota. The Vikings lost last night, pretty much ending all hopes of playoffs. So now we're looking forward to some baseball around the corner.
Yeah, see, I was thinking we were going a little spacey, so I put on some Guardians outfit today.
I got mine in the background, man. We're Project Blue Book.
Yeah, Project
all over.
Bluebird.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so I didn't have a project. I just got some dinosaur fossils, and then it looks like James Dean. Where's my finger? James Dean, and then my Emilio Clark right there.
But no Otto Graham.
No, he only shows up when he wants to predict the Browns.
But he's a goat.
Wait. Yeah, the ghost of Otto Graham. Where are you? Hey, he's undefeated. Hey, you know what other series we should do a revival of? We haven't done it in a long time. There's spirits in the name.
Spirit of
Chasing Spirits, where we have
Chasing.
some liquor.
Wait.
Chasing Spirits. Yep, I agree.
I thought you said Chasing
Downing Spirits. I mean, I forget what we even called that one, but yeah, let's go back to drinking. Woo!
Chasing Spirits. I
It was
think is what
Chasing
it's called.
I thought you said casing spirits.
No,
I
I
was like,
said chasing.
that could work.
Chasing.
But Colorado has a high abundance of speakeasies. And you know what would be fun to cover on Chasing Spirits? Speakeasies.
Supposedly in Colorado Springs, there's a really cool Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh, the
Themed
Timber.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Sweet.
All right, so any Colorado viewers or any non-Colorado viewers, if you know when we're going, just show up. And Colorado viewers, just stay tuned on our sections, be it Instagram or our community section here on YouTube. We will try to update you with Hanging with Cool's events that we're doing. Nick, if you're still watching, feel free to join us as well. When we go to some of these burger restaurants, we could use some extra taste buds, you know.
Some outside influence as well.
Yeah. Well, you know that. Hey, this was a fun start to 2024, and then we're back at sports tomorrow, and then we got a cool interview coming up on Friday with Susan Massino, our first interview of 2024, where we will discuss AC/DC, Van Halen, Ghost, Titanic. The strange fact that I have the same breakable Titanic as her son. All these things come up at some point during our interview. It's really good, though. I do recommend
Yeah, there
recommend
will be
it.
stories. There will be stories.
It's our first over 2 hour one in a long time. We haven't gone that long in a while, and we probably could have kept going. Like we were having a good time. We just kind of got tired, and yeah, no, we're back, and I'm excited. We had a little bit break on Friday just due to some family things. Um, Getting ready for tomorrow, but yeah, feeling good and feeling much better to be back with the group. Definitely makes me feel better. Matt, any last words before we sign off tonight?
No, it was fun going over Project Blue Book, and again, really excited for season 2, and creating a new list of top. How many ever episodes there are? I don't know. Is it 10, 12 as well?
10 as well, I
Yep.
believe. Yeah.
Creating another top 10 for you guys, and really hoping that they can get Project Blue Book back in the works. I know it's been off and on talks, but it would be great to see them bring it back.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Right. What is it? Hashtag Save Project Blue Book. I mean, at this point, it has been a while, right? It's been 3 years since it was canceled, but all the actors are still, not too far removed. We still see actors saying, yeah, they love to come back. They have a script lined out for the next season. It almost seems kind of weird that they didn't with all the streaming services. Like, even if they put on, like, what is it, History Vault? Is that the streaming service? Just film it for that. Get people subscribed there. I agree. I hope Project Blue Book comes back. But if not, at least we were graced with 2 really good seasons. Usually with these kind of retelling series, they're not this good, and this one was really good. But you did have big actors and people involved, and definitely some really great cinematography and lighting and just scripts. Everyone felt real. Um, there wasn't any sentences or words that you're just like kind of comparing to our Spider-Man Lotus one that'll be coming out here soon. We were just like a real human being wouldn't do that. All these felt natural conversations. People grew together naturally. So yeah, I don't know. Sam, any last words before we end off?
No, check it out if you haven't. Like, it was a great series. It's
Yeah,
definitely really tight. 2 picks it up quite a bit, and then yeah, they leave it on such a cliffhanger that you're just like, come on, please.
I know, and it ties in with the cliffhanger here, and I'm just like, oh, come on, we need because that's obviously where season 3 was gonna go.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah,
Yep.
and I'm sorry I had to ruin it for you guys when I said it covers my favorite historical character, and then I had to ruin that it was not Billy the Kid, because that would have made for a very strange episode. But with Roswell, I guess it would have made sense a little bit. They could have told the story of Pat Garrett and how he was killed by the guy that found the Roswell UFO. And yeah, no, I'm excited. Friday as well, me and Sam will be journeying to the library here in Castle Rock to open up some historical documents that have not been opened up in 60 years. And then we get to go use those documents to make an episode for you guys of
Yeah,
abandoned
that's gonna be,
Colorado, maybe abandoned architectural adventures of Colorado. Not
yeah,
100% sure.
it's gonna be pretty interesting. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I'm pretty pumped about it.
Yeah, none of us know. Even the people we have contacted who have invited us to come look, they're not even sure what they got. Could be nothing, or it could be a lot of awesome stuff. So at the least amount, though, we will be getting something pretty cool on Friday, and then who knows? Sam and Matt and myself might be out filming as well on Friday. So who knows? Stay tuned. Like we said, lots of great things coming up this year. Thank you guys for the support. Last year, our channel jumped from 500, a little over 500 subscribers to over 1,200. Our Billy the Kid video reached over 20,000 views before New Year's. That's insane. That's our second highest one. We got a bunch over 10,000. We are just so grateful for you guys' support, and we promise we're gonna do even better this year. That's all we can strive for. Be better than what we were last year. Sometimes that sets the bar high because we've done some pretty good stuff, but we're like, hey, we're up for the task. So,
And even if I have to leash Keegan, that 10-hour Allosaurus, it will be coming out. I promise you that.
yes, at some point this year, we will journey to the Denver Museum and just stand by the Woods Allosaurus that's paired with the Kessler Stegosaurus and film it. Three of us, if we film it for 3.5 hours, we'd get 10 hours.
Hey, I got my or my museum pass re-updated, so I'm good to go, and I think I get one free guest.
There we go. We'll bring Bobby too. We'll just let him walk around for a bit.
He would just be on his phone. You could let him sit on the bench, and he'd be fine.
Just like Bob. Bob, just watch our camera for us, please. We're gonna go walk around. I don't know. I hope. I don't know what's special because if you guys don't know the Denver Museum, I know we've gone on well past the 45 minutes or whatever we did the tier list, but we're just excited to be back. Kind of doing some more episodes again. Denver Museum though has rotating exhibits, like some museums more than others. But usually there's 2 or 3 in the Denver Museum, and they're decent size. They're not like little rinky-dink ones, but they're actually like full halls almost. And I'm hoping that right. I'm hoping the Ultimate Dinosaurs ones come back. I know there's Ice Age one right now, so that one would be kind of cool for us to go look at. I think.
Absolutely.
So,
Ice Age creatures are pretty sweet.
Right. And then at some point, we're going to finish Sam's arc list, and then we'll do Sam's tier list of the arc creatures. All of them.
That's so many creatures to go through.
I know, it's just going to ban us. Okay, you can only use 20. I'll be like, no! Not even all the dinosaurs.
Right.
Maybe what we'll do is we'll tier list each category, and then only the S ones will move on. And then we'll get the tier list of the S tier list.
Oh god. That would be.
You're gonna try to kill Sam. He can't make decisions like that. That would be tough on him.
Well,
We'd have to give him like months of.
I'll be fine, and it'll be challenged, but like it could be doable.
He just told me he was going to leash me in the Denver Museum and make me film.
No, I was just going to leash you and bring you to the Denver Museum. Once I got you there, you'd be fine. It's just getting you there.
You're just
mainly
like,
just getting you to it.
Right. You're just like, hey, Keegan, we're going to go down to a speakeasy. I'm like, oh, sweet. And we're just going, I'm like, hey, this is.
Oh, I could just tell you,
like
if you're going to Barnes and Nobles and you're just like, I'm in, and then I just pull up there, you'd be like, no.
Yeah, Keegan would be all for that. He'd be like, Barnes and Nobles, you say, let's do it.
Let's do it. Yeah. No, I don't know. Maybe we'll do a speakeasy episode this Friday. I don't know. You guys don't know what we're going to do. I don't know what we're going to do. It's going to be crazy. A couple weeks from now, you're going to see it. I still have episodes from last year I have not released, so you guys will see those as well. Just pretend like we filmed them this
library, and the next thing we know, we'll be in Kansas for some reason.
Just at Brendan's doorstep and be like, Brendan, who won the championship?
Actually, would you believe it? It was 3 years ago today we were all at the museum when we last went.
Oh, to the Sioux exhibition?
It's pretty funny that we're talking about it then.
I know, right? 3 years ago today.
See, it was meant to be. We were supposed to be in the museum.
Yep, and face masks and everything.
Oh yeah, that's true.
That was such a fun exhibition, the Sioux one though.
Yeah. No, it was a lot of fun. I mean, a lot of interesting facts and just seeing Sioux up front.
Yeah, right. That cool Blue Rhino model that they got. Blue Rhino Studio, I should say, is who designed it. But it's so fantastic. It looks real. They did a fantastic job on that. I hope at some point the Ultimate Dinosaurs ones come back because they have the Giganotosaurus, they got Suchomimus, Majungasaurus, some of these like rarer ones you don't get to see as much. And if they come, that would be awesome. We could film a lot of episodes. But yeah,
right.
this was fun. Right. If you guys want us to talk about like dinosaurs more, I'm not opposed. We can do some episodes on like James Dean movies. Dinosaurs. What? Yeah, look at we got some PNSO Spinosaurus right there, and got Spinosaurus shelf behind me as well.
We have to bring Andrew in to talk about the Giganotosaurus too.
The Giganotosaurus?
No, not a saurus. Not a
Sam.
Giganotosaurus.
It's gonna be like that scene where you're just like watching. It's just a loop of the guide that found it saying Giganotosaurus, and you're just like, no.
I don't think it would really bother me much.
You're
It
just
bothers
like,
you more of me saying it incorrectly than it does of me hearing it correctly.
it's not the most bothersome thing. Now, like if I went to a psychic and they were like, "In your future, I see a Giganotosaurus," I'm like,
All right, so if anyone knows any psychics, message me.
I mean,
Keegan's like, don't you dare.
Alex was on here earlier, and he has informed me, not during this, but back in a couple, was it late November, early December, that they were doing readings and psychic things at the bookstore in Ecclesia.
Oh yeah, interesting. I mean, I'm not surprised by that. It's a church. It was an old church. Used to be church.
See, we don't even have to go far. We can just like roll down the hill right into Ecclesia.
Yeah, but I don't think that's all the time. I think that's just like a specific time.
Oh, well, Alex is still here. He says yes, they were. Alex, did you have a good experience with the said psychics in Ecclesia?
Oh, I bet
We'll
he
see.
did.
I know the answer. You let me know. I did let him know about the tarot book. Playing the Fool is what it is called. It's about the true history of tarot cards. Um, at some point, we'll talk about it, and yeah, it'll be a good little episode. I don't think we've actually ever covered tarot cards on the channel. We talked about the Ouija board, where we filmed Matt getting possessed by the ghost of Andrew.
Yeah. And you kind of
was there.
explained
I
it to
swear
us
to
while
it.
we were watching something like, I think in 2019, if not early. Yeah, it was in 2019, long time ago.
The next one may be around spring, but no, it was pumpkin spice latte type woman, bunch of marks. What he's saying is he got kicked out. So,
Got it.
no, it doesn't surprise me. I've been to certain shows, so I've seen it. Sam knows I was really tempted when we were filming our Houdini stuff with Damien to take him because that whole stretch had tons of psychic shops.
Mhm.
Just take him in and say he was a certain name and just see if they caught it. I think that'd be fun. But yeah, I think that'll end our live stream. Sam, Matt, stay on after. I'll update you guys on some stuff.
Sweet.
But
Okay.
until next time, at some point we'll do more tier lists, so something will pop up to your top left. For now, oh wait, I did get yelled at for questioning an Aura camera. I mean, it's a perfect valid question just
Or
to
a
say,
camera, huh?
yeah, I do know the story. He was just asking the mechanics and how the Aura camera worked, and apparently that was too much. Too many questions.
That's weird.
Don't ask basic questions. Is what. No questions.
I mean, I would have asked the same question. Be like, how does this work? And
then you would have been 1086 right on out of Ecclesia.
I mean, I wouldn't have been out of Ecclesia, but it would have been out of the bookstore.
Just like, oh man.
Because that's their own separate entity. And that's not a part of Ecclesia. They're just renting that spot, if I'm not mistaken.
Right, yeah, because they originally were on the top floor, if you remember.
Yeah, in the office that they have now.
Mm-hmm. And then they moved down. But yeah, for more tier lists at some point.
Got rid of the game room.
Yeah, at some point, right on this side with me will be the next tier list video. Click it, you'll see what we're talking about. Could just be season 2 Project Blue Book. Maybe it's Sam's arc list. We're not sure. But for now, our Project Blue Book reviews will be bottom left, so at least you can go back and see more in-depth reasons why we did what we did tonight. On the right is going to be our latest video from Cool's Paranormal. Go check it out. Lots of fun. And don't forget to hit that like and give us a subscribe.
Subscribe.
And switch that notification bell from personalized to all if you want to be notified on all of our upcoming videos.
Yeah, and let us know, how did we do on the tier list? And out of these top 10, how would you rank them personally?